Alright guys, Model Rocks 321 here, back with another video. This is Redemption Day. Today we're going to be flying scale again, but I have the Little Joe 2, the QTV version. It's all fixed up, so we're going to be flying that again. We got a little breeze today, so I'm going to have to angle the rod just a little bit into the wind, just to get it to not recover way down range. But yeah, we got a very breezy day. It's Model Rocks 321. Also, be sure to check the discounts below. Shout out to Estes for sending me this hat. Someone rocked the hat today. And yeah, we're gonna get this going here real soon. Also, be sure to join NAR. If you're a NAR member, you get the insurance. You also get Sport Rocketry magazine, which you can see my issue in there. My Project X SR-71 Blackbird is in, it's an article in there all about that project. Is in the latest Sport Rocketry magazine. It's the May-June issue. So shout out to NAR for publishing my my article. Model Rocks 321. Let's get this flight going of the Little Joe 2. Alright guys, here we go. We got the Little Joe 2 all repaired, going on a C65, going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it go. 5-second delay. Parachutes out. Coming down. Coming down. Can you stop the phone? Coming down. Yeah, I aimed it into the breeze because I know it's kind of breezy up there today. So the Little Joe 2 is coming down on a 24-inch parachute. Good breeze. Looked like a good flight so far. Hopefully we land in some of the softer weeds out there. And we got touchdown just happened. Yeah, nice flight on a C65, 5-second delay. So we're gonna get up here and check this out. Yeah, we got a little breeze today, so I'm gonna keep that angle into the wind slightly. 30 degrees is the max, so never aim away from the wind. Never angle in away from the wind, rather. And look what I just found. Get out of here. This is the piece of fin from my doorknob from the last launch. I just found that piece. This is crazy. If you saw the last video, you know my doorknob had a busted fin. We searched and searched and searched out here, me and my friend, and I just found it. Wow, there we go. Model Rocks 321. First flight down, found the piece of the doorknob because I was just in the process of rebuilding this piece. But I don't have to now because I just found it. And here we go, the Little Joe. Little Joe 2, how we doing, how we doing? Here we go, hit kind of hard. I see a busted fin. I see a busted fin, but that's okay. We got a broken fin, you know. You know how this hobby is. Yeah, hit this rock, land on this rock. It would have been fine if it didn't hit that rock. Well, we got one broken fin, but overall a good flight. Didn't crash, and I found a piece of my other fin. But overall, good flight. You lose points on that broken fin. Still some wadding in there, but yeah, busted fin. So, gotta glue another fin on. Flying scale today, guys. This is Model Rocks 321. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. As you know, hit the thumb up button and comment. Model Rocks 321. All right, guys. Next up, we have it's called the Venus Aries, a scratch build. It's pseudo scale. It's not a real scale model. I just borrowed from a lot of scale designs and things like that. Really did a lot of detailing on this one. It's going to go on a B64. Going up real soon. As you can see, I just found that piece of fin from the doorknob, so that is pretty cool. I got the rod angled into the wind because we got a little breeze out here today, but it should still be good. It should still be a good flight out of this one. So we're gonna get this one going right now on a B64. All right, guys, here we go. We got the Venus Aries going on a B64. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa! 4 seconds. And we got our 4 seconds into the wind. That was a wild one. That was pretty crazy. Into the wind. I flew these before. It was really stable, but this time took a little ride. Guess it was that wind up there. The breeze was fighting. But up and down, came back down, hit kind of hard. Let's see what we got. Everything survived. Parachute there. Everything's here. All 4 fins on. That one loose. Yeah, we got a loose fin. Loose fin, one. Yeah, it's one loose fin. How the payload section looked. Payload section survived. Yeah, a little wild ride there, a little wild ride. But overall, it was a flight, crazy flight, danced around. But there we go. It's ModRocks321, guys. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Check out the discount code over at SDIN_321. Add what you want to your cart, and then put that code in and get yourself a discount. ModRocks321. Yeah, I got loose fins. So we got 2 loose fins today. But overall, you know, it was a flight. Happy to be flying. ModRocks321. Yeah, so we continue to fly scale. Here we're going to fly the DCY Clipper. If you know, the real DCYs or the real Clippers were the first rockets to lift, move over, and land back on the ground. It kind of started what Tesla's doing right now by landing those boosters. This is one of the early versions of that. You know, slightly different. It's scale, but slightly different than the real one, of course. They had to make this thing so it flies. And I like this one because it's a finless rocket, finless design. We're going to launch this one on a C12-4. It's kind of breezy, wide body. Hopefully it don't get too crazy, but a C12-4 should put it up there pretty good. It's ModRocks321. This will be the last flight for the day. Be sure to check Sport Rocketry magazine. See the Project X. It's ModRocks. Guys, we got the DCY Clipper. About to go on a C12-4. Pretty breezy. We are going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. 4-second delay. Boom. That thing is a strong. We got separation. That thing shoots so strong. Separation, and the booster's down. And the parachute is down. But yeah, separation. Those things shoot out really strong. I attached everything really good. It was tied on. I double checked because I know those Q-Jet motors, man. I always talk about them, and their ejection charge fires like a cannon. So we got separation on the last one. This has happened before with this rocket. It's so strange. Nice flight though. Nice flight, but boom. And I see some damage. Well, piece to the, where's it at? The disc. Alright, so yeah. Oh, both discs are missing. Maybe I can find them. If they hit right here, they should be still here somewhere. Hopefully, I don't see them yet. But yeah, that's easily be repaired. You can see the disc, the feet. Yeah, those motors fire, man. They fire like cannons. The ejection charge is serious in there. Serious. I don't see those discs. They hit and then went tumbling. I don't see them. Let's keep looking. Well, I did not find those 2 additional feet. You can see where the legs hit, but this will be repaired. I'll beef it up. But man, good day here. I have I can see the issue. So there was still a little piece of the Quest. They use Kevlar and they use elastic. I left a little piece of elastic and it snapped. That's what got me. Guys, use all Kevlar all the time. It snapped. And as hard as this shot out, my fault. But we're coming up to the parachute and the cone right now. That's right here. I see some of that orange wadding too. So there's the parachute and cone. Good to have that back because that cone is already pre-weighted, I believe. So a little piece of wadding. So here's the parachute and cone. All tangled up in this. Yeah, here it is. It snapped at the. Oh man, it's totally my fault. Look at that. It snapped at the elastic. So I'm going all Kevlar on this one. I'm gonna fix this up. This is all easy fix. A couple dowels. I'm gonna put some wood dowels in there and we'll get this one going. Get it back up. But yeah, man, decent day launching. Just 3 flights today, guys. ModRocks321. Be sure to subscribe for more flights. I just wanted to fly some scale, man. Flying some scale rockets. Gonna be doing that for a little while, but I'm gonna come back with some sport probably on the next launch. ModRocks321. Oh yeah, and one more thing, I almost forgot to talk about this. You saw as I found this piece. I was walking to go recover the Little Joe 2 and I found the doorknob's broken piece, but now it won't fit because I already cut and I'm prepared to repair it with this piece right here. That's gonna go right there. We're gonna get this all fixed up, but it was cool to find this. I wish I had waited just a couple of days. I didn't cut, I'd already trimmed it, so it's not gonna work now, but it's pretty cool to find. This is a little memento now. This is pretty cool. So I did find it out there. You know, I was gonna just chalk it up like to not being found. But the Little Joe 2 recovered in the same area, kind of where the doorknob landed. But this came down. This got broken off by a fin, the nose cone swinging around. I could see damage here, where it probably hit like across like that, and just shattered that piece, and it or just busted that off, and this went flying. We searched that area that day, not on video, but me and my friend, we didn't find it. But I found it today. I was heading to go get the Joe, and there it was, sitting there. That's one thing about Arizona. It didn't rain much, so it didn't rain at all out since that day, so which was 2 weeks ago, and it was still sitting there, and I found it. So the doorknob, there you go. Model Rockets, 3, 2, 1. All right, hope you enjoyed those 3 scale flights. Everything gave issues today. Nothing too bad though. You know, it was a somewhat of a normal day. Couple broken fins, 1 snap shock cord with elastic in it, that last flight you just saw. But we're going to talk about each flight really quick, and let's do it. So I started out with my 1966 Little Joe 2. This was an eBay purchase. I restored it, got it all decent, got it nice, added a little more details to it than the original K30 kit. I had the face card, here it is. It was, I showed this before if you've seen the other video. It was basically this kit right here. This is the old face card for it, just a printout. So I restored it after I bought it off eBay. Flew it a few weeks ago. Had problem with the parachute hanging up. It wasn't anything to do with powder or anything. Like I know about adding talcum powder or baby powder to the parachute. It wasn't that. A shroud line was wrapped around, and it got singed from the ejection charge. I had a lot of wadding, but it still, gas is still reached, and it hit the ground, damaged the capsule, the tower, which I have all fixed up, new parachute, everything, or a different parachute. And I extended the shock cord. Today, perfect, great flight. Really had a lot of breeze, but I did a little angle into the wind. Nice flight. Parachute ejected at apogee, but it was coming down pretty fast, and it hit a rock. I saw once I got to the recovery, you saw that it had a fin that got snapped off, and that was all for the damage. Everything other than that, pretty good condition. Getting some burns up top. I don't mind stuff like that. I think they're kind of cool, these burns. I don't mind that at all. This is a flyer. Let me do the honors of taking the engine out. I usually do that at this part of the video, so I'll go on and take the engine out. Was the C65. Oh, that's right. I think I added extra tape. But no, that should be good. What's going on? It's kind of stuck. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's stuck in there. Pretty good. Yeah, it's a, no, C63. C63, actually. I thought I had a C65, but there's a C63 in there. Seemed like a long 3 seconds, too. But anyway, got the engine out. So it's going to be fixed up. I'm just going to get this fin back glued on there. I'm probably going to line a nice small piece of small bit of epoxy in there, and then I'm going to lay it down and do some fillets or fillets. I don't know why I say fillets when you think about food. Going to get this all hooked up, and this will be another flyer. Like, I like the Little Joe rockets a lot. Apollo program is pretty cool. One of my favorite rockets of all time. This is the all silver QTV version. So if you can look that up there in Rockets of the World, and the whole story about these rockets and how NASA developed this one. And yeah, so that is the first. That was the first flight. Like I said, recovered downrange. It was a nice flight, nice boost and everything. But that damage, so I lose points there. But overall, I'm glad I survived, and it will fly again. So, Little Joe 2, ready to go. So let's get to the next one. After that, I flew a scratch build, which I consider pseudo scale. It's not a real scale model. It's just I just borrowed from a lot of rockets that are existing. Borrowed all kind of things. Came up with some kind of, you know, a little capsule or something that they would carry a payload or whatever. Added some tanks and some conduit and some booster motors, stuff like that. So added some rings, all kind of stuff, little cameras and this and that. Gave it some detailing. Added US marks, a couple decals here, a little thiocol mark. It says the People Space Corporation. I've shown this rocket before, but I flew this on a B64, I believe it was, and it was kind of squirrely. I just had it was fighting the wind a little bit. Probably should have went with the C. I was trying to go with the B. And it fought the wind a little. I had a slight angle on it. Was it a B64? Was that right? Yep, B64. Got kind of squirrely. Came down, what was quick launches. Went up and came right down. Parachute popped out just in time. Snapped the fin. I think this fin had been glued on before. So this is the day of snapping fins off. But overall, a great flight on it. No, I ain't gonna say great. It wasn't great. It got kind of crazy, as you saw in the video. But it recovered everything. It's pretty cool. One thing about this parachute, man, this parachute See, there's all kind of prickly stuff in the desert that want to hurt you. So these things have all these little spikes on them. So I'm going to have to pick these out of this shroud line of this parachute. I don't know where this parachute came from. It was just in my launch box. I needed one for that, for this rocket. So yeah, so I have to take the time and pick those out as soon as I get around to it. That'll be right after this video. I'm going to get those out of here and get this all cleaned and fixed back up. So I'll be doing some repairs. These are quick repairs, just fins. So that was the second flight. I had 4 flights planned, but I didn't get to it because it was just too breezy for the last one, which we'll talk about. The rocket I didn't fly. I think I mentioned it already. I was going to fly the SR-71 Blackbird, but I know those don't do well in the wind, so I just used better judgment, and I did not fly it. But I did fly this guy right here. I flew my DCY Clipper. So I flew the DCY. Nice flight. It flew great on a C-12-4, I believe that was. C-12-4, one of the QJet motors, guys. I'm going to say it again. I have to listen to my own advice and use all Kevlar. I'm done with the elastic. It blew. These things got some strong charges. I mean, you could hear it blow through and just, it snapped all that loose. But this had this piece of, I had elastic and Kevlar system because this is a Quest rocket. They have Kevlar at the bottom. And they had some elastic up top. And I can see here where it even got singed. But it snapped right there. Just the heat reached it from that big blast. And you can see right there, you can see those little rubber cords. And you can see where it snapped here. This part came down tail heavy. Hit the legs, snapped those off. And you can see I got some damage here. Which I'm going to be repairing again. I had fixed this rocket before because it nosedived one time. But these are great flyers. I love this rocket. But it's just... you know, just damage, a little damage here. I'll repair these legs and get some new disc for the feet and all that stuff. But yeah, the DCY Clipper, and just like the other parachute, it landed in some kind of bush out there where it got all this crazy sticky prickly little stuff. So I'm gonna have to go through with the pliers and peel those off. But I had a lot of wadding in there, and I can see some singe here. I have to see if this parachute is still good enough to repair. I see one of the shroud lines did get popped off. Either got burned or snapped. I'm trying to look and see any burn on there. Yeah, it could have got a little heat to it. Could have got a little heat, and it could have actually, well, it could have ripped also. I see a rip through there. Yeah, probably ripped. Could have been a combination of both, but yeah, that's the deal, man. This was another. Like I said, it's always good to get out and fly. Just some stuff to fix now. I got to fix up this one, which I will do because I like this rocket a whole lot. Now I'll take this parachute off and I'll deal with it. I'm gonna see if that's worthy of keeping. If not, but I am getting rid of this right now. I think I did something similar in the last video, the last launch video. Getting rid of this elastic stuff. Goodbye to all elastic. I'm going all Kevlar all the time. So let me get that out. I'll just cut this whole knot off here. Yeah, so get rid of that. Piece of Kevlar here still attached. So I'll cut this piece and I'll get some new stuff tied on here. So yeah, another one of those days, but flying scale. I wanted to get back to flying scale, so I'm gonna add a piece of Kevlar in the middle here. So I got back into flying scale a little more because I've been doing a lot of sport stuff, and I'm going to be flying the Red Nova here really soon. I'm trying to find a day when I can have an additional spotter because it's going to go really high on those 2 stages. Staging the E to an E, it's going to go super high. So I want to keep an eye on that, and just want to get some more things worked out with that rocket because the booster stage on that Red Nova has a streamer. I just want to make sure I get my whole routine down. Oh yeah, it's kind of a tighter fit now since that hit the ground. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, it's not wanting to go in. Yeah, it's really tight. I'm have to work on this guy. Yeah, I think it hit the edge in there, kind of, yeah, hit the tail. And that shifted something and making everything fit a little tighter. But yeah, I'll be fixing these all up and getting some disc and just fixing these legs. Just getting this guy fixed all up. And I like this rocket a lot. So, and that was the last flight for the day. I was going to fly, like I said, the SR-71 Blackbird, my standard version. I was going to fly this one. I had the engine already loaded. I was going to repack the parachute, but I did not get around to it. I had a C65 in there. Didn't get around to it, just the wind. I know these got this wide base and the wind, they just fly really funny. So I just didn't even want to give it a shot. Didn't even want to give it a chance. But as you guys probably know, if you check your latest issue of Sport Rocketry magazine, I mentioned that already. Let me get my copy. Sport Rocketry magazine. Get the latest. This is the cover right here. I am in there and we're talking about my Project X. It's the first article in there. So as soon as you turn, get to page 6. SD's SR71 Blackbird project. It's the PayKUT engine conversion. It's all in there. Full 9 pages, man. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So be sure to check that out. You have to be a NAR member to get this magazine now, but they will be on back issue at some point on the NARTS website, narts.org I believe it is, or nar.org. But NARTS is, I believe, where they sell these. But yeah, it's all in there. There's a picture of me out at the same field as the Project X. This is pretty cool, man. So yeah, full spread, and then you know, when I finally got this thing. So yeah, go read. It's a good read. So I'm in Sport Rocketry, which is pretty cool. Thanks to NAR. Join NAR. You get the insurance, all your rocketry activities. If you destroy something, you are insured, but you got to be in the right, I believe. So it's Model Rocks 321. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the videos. Support the channel any way you can as I bring you this content. Check the links in the description. There's a PayPal, there's a Cash App, there's a shop, there's Estes discount. It's all kind of stuff on there for you guys to go and support and show love to the channel. And I appreciate those guys that donated some rockets to me, man. I appreciate it. I got the blue sapphire ×2 now. Another person sent one, so some videos coming up on the second one. You'll see unboxing of that. So it's just cool things happening all around. I was going to keep carrying the torch for this hobby. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. It's Model Rocks 321.